Hey guys, how you doing? It's Checkyourcornerz. Just wanted to shoot another video here. I picked up a couple of these, probably 16 or 17 of these 12-pack hockey cards for only $1.25. Not expecting a whole lot. These are kind of like repacks. So basically I just looked at the card on the outside. If I liked it enough, I thought, hey, you know what? It's obviously worth the money if you're a collector like me. So let's open up a couple of these and let's see what we get in here. So look at this. For instance, before I open some, this one actually had Sidney Crosby on here and then Granlund. But it was just interesting. Like this one has like the McDavid, Draisaitl checklist, two of my favorite players. Obviously, one because they're amazing, and two because living in Edmonton. And Carey Price, right, for like $1.25 Canadian here, Dollarama. So I was surprised to see they actually had some of these. So new year, maybe they got some new restocks there. You saw Datsuk there and Giordano. Here's Nathan McKinnon from SP Authentic. And Reichel, I'm not a huge fan there. Stastny, this is like a masterpieces. That's really nice as well, I thought. So again, a bunch of different ones that I thought were good. Let me just open up three. Here, let's open up the Crosby one here. Just gonna cut that open, try not to cut the cards. And then let's slide that out and see what we got. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Good shape too, I'm really impressed. Your Crosby here, and then, straight into the pro set, awesome, okay. Don Beaupre leader. What else we got here? I like this, value aside, everyone always goes off about that. I collected these when I was a kid, and this was huge. Like, to get one of these was just awesome at the time. It was like, these weren't that easy to get. And then, at least to my recollection there, for all I know, maybe they're one in a pack, and I just forgot. But I'm really happy. Robitaille too. Like I grew up watching him. He's one of the best players. Was one of the best players to watch. So stats are probably pretty good there too if you look those up. Mackenzie Blackwood, not bad. Who knows? Maybe he'll be even better in the future. Another 2021 upper deck. Mark Pedersen, basically put that one in the fire already. Yeah, Sean Donovan, like that's just another no-name. We got the old score here. Kirk McLean, he was an awesome goalie when I grew up. Rob Blake's one of my favorite defensemen, so very cool. Another LA King there. Oh, Hometown Oilers, and who do we got here? Oh, there we go. Smitty. Ryan Smith, one of the best players, parked in front of the net, and I still remember a game where he got his teeth knocked out by, I believe it was a puck, maybe it was a stick, and he lost his teeth. He picked them up right up off the ice there and headed off, and then just like a true hockey hero, he got back in on the play. I think just maybe even the next shift. So guy loses some of his teeth, and he's right back out there. So it's something I think a lot of us who watch hockey really love. Some of the physicality and just the toughness of the players versus a lot of other sports. It's just amazing to watch their strength and everything. It's amazing. What else do we got here? Teppo Newman. I love Teppo. Again, right? All this 94, 95 score. Not my favorite design. Okay, like he looks kind of cool on the camera. Looks a little more 3D, but it's a good chance. Most of us have seen many of these cards, but if you're new to collecting, there's nothing wrong with these cards. They're awesome to collect. Like if you're looking to get sets and you don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and you just want to get into it, learn how to take care of your cards. And I think one thing that's overrated or underrated about the old cards is it's just like if you actually take the time to read some of the stuff, like you would realize that you don't need just the Connor McDavids and the Draisaitl's and the Gretzkys. Like there's a lot of players in hockey that make up the sport. Like for instance, right, hardworking winger with exceptional speed, right? Like most people would look at this and just laugh, right? It's a Doug Schmale, like give me a break, right? From the 90s. But if you really read, especially if you didn't grow up watching this stuff and this is just a card for you, so I'm trying to get it in focus there, but there. It keeps the other guys from guessing by switching speeds, often lulls opposing players into complacency before swooping in for the puck. MVP of the NCAA tournament in 1980. So anyway, just something to share with you there. So I would say that one is pretty cool. I like that pack. I mean, again, I got a Crosby in there. Like, again, this is $1.25. I got a couple, where's the other one? Here too. So I got, you know, Blackwood and Gradlin, both good players. So that's modern day. This is old. Ryan Smith, like that's my hometown hero. Rob Blake's one of the best defensemen ever. Kirk McLean was actually one of my favorite goalies when I was a kid here. This guy, never really watched him or heard of him myself. And then Mark Pedersen, know the name well, but I don't, you know, never really watched it. And then, yeah, we got the old Don Beaupre Pro set in good condition, really. And then Robitaille. And this is an insert as well. It's a hat trick insert, 12 of 22. So, I mean, you know what? You be the judge. What do you think? Complete waste of $1.25 or not bad, right? So let's open up this one. This one's the McDavid and Draisaitl. Let's take a quick peek to see if there's nothing else in here but this card. I'm happy. This card's worth more than $1.25 by far. So at least to me it is. So okay, awesome. Very happy to have that one out of the way. And then let me take the Carey Price. Very, very cool. And then a pro cards, Tim Hanley, right wing, AHL. I never had a card, this card, a pro card myself from this set, so that's cool to see. The rest, let's face this way. Okay, Chris Ledberg, got the old Parkhurst. Grew up with those. Not a bad set, but not my favorite for sure. Robert Reichel, Calgary Flames, rivalry. Not a big fan of him anyway. Marty Jelena, obviously huge Oiler. Pictured here in a Canucks jersey. But he was awesome. He was really good. What were his stats here? Even just watching him, he was good. I don't know. Let me see. Stats-wise, yeah, 300 points in 523 games. He's got a 30-goal and 35-goal season there, so that's pretty solid. A lot of guys now, people are hyped up and their cards are worth so much and they've scored no goals in the NHL or 5 goals or 15 and all of a sudden their cards jump up like crazy. Here we go, Joe Sakic, one of the best players to ever play and that will ever have played. I am sure he was phenomenal. He was exciting to watch. I loved when he was on Colorado there with Peter Forsberg as well. Grant Jennings, score, throwaway card as far as I'm concerned. Sean Antosky, ooh, top prospect, not really, but who else we got? Shane Doan, awesome player, totally underrated for a lot of people, but it's because of stats, right? Obviously, we always look at PPG, right? If you played 730 games and you have 730 points, you're a stud and your cards are worth tons. Here's a guy who is scored in 2026 goals. And then, sorry, I'm just trying to focus here for you. 20 or 29, that's amazing. That's 20, then 21, then 27, then 30 goals. I mean, that's a great player. Like, anybody would want that guy on the team. And that's on the Coyotes. So, I mean, you put this guy on you know, maybe the Penguins teams around those years or whatever teams were great around there. I can't remember which the years. But Carter Hart, one of the best goalies out there right now, struggling a little bit this year. Ray Bourque, Hall of Fame defenseman. Like, these are well worth $1.25. I mean, like I said, if you even got just these 3 cards alone, right? I mean, as a collector, right? If you're an investor, you know, you're looking at the bigger cards, right? Maybe you don't even look at this. But for the rest of us, you know, I mean, we all have nice, expensive cards. Some of us like these ones just as much, you know, like especially if you pull them in packs. This is kind of a mystery one, right? So you know 2 cards and the rest is, you probably know, filler. But very happy with that. Anyway, let's get on to the one with Nathan McKinnon. So Nate Mac, SP Authentic, and Colton Parayko. like you said at the beginning a few minutes ago, I bought it just based on thinking that the middle would be absolute junk, and that I'm just happy to spend $1.25, open some cards, and get the one on the outside. I can see a die cut one in there. That's already very, very fucking cool. Very cool. Sorry, there, but there's Mishakov from 72 Hockey Canada. There's so many stories about that. Hockey then is nothing like it is now. All of us who watched that know that was a very different time for hockey. Very, very physical. Quoting Reichel, SP Authentic. Thicker card. I actually thought there was one on the back of it there. Nice. Doesn't look too thick on the camera there, but feels a little good. A little bit bigger than the other one. So, Tony Amonte, one of my favorite players growing up. This guy was just amazing. Just incredible. I love the backs to these cards. Like, I know so many people just laugh at a lot of these things because 90s, throwaway, junk wax, all that stuff, but who cares, right? Like, I mean, we're card collectors. We're not looking to just buy these and they go up like stocks and we sell them and, you know, buy a yacht or something. This is about, you know, collecting the players that you like. And for me, actually, you know what, for part of my life, I became a graphic designer. And when I look back, I think a lot of it came from hockey cards. You know, growing up, seeing all these designs, thinking what designs would be really cool. And I think personally, I think a lot of the old designs were great. Like, they really stuck to some simplicity. Like, you know, even just having like the ice in the background there, which, you know, trivia question if you want, right? What's different here versus now, you know? Anyway, let's go on to some of the next ones. That's Van Beesbrook, one of the best goalies as well of his time. He was super fun to watch. Is that a Gretzky? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, that is amazing to me. I have a lot of Gretzky cards, and for some reason, I actually have, well, not some reason, there's so many of his, but I don't have his card. That is awesome for $1.25, and he's just stuck in the middle of it. Oh my God, I'm thrilled. That is incredible. Okay, somebody who put this together had some fun, because that's Patrick Waugh, another Hall of Famer, one of my favorite goalies ever, and I see some wicked cards in the back here. Hopefully it's a good player too. Then we got Lee Norwood score, absolute throwaway card, and it's Jeff Sanderson. Look at this, like for $1.25, I'm pumped. That's awesome. Not in the best shape, but it's a repack. SP, die cut, hologram. Jeff Sanderson was so fast. He was amazing to watch. He was so speedy. Like, you know, nowadays you see Connor McDavid blow past guys and it's just like wows everybody. You know, a couple guys had a lot of speed, and I don't think it lasted or will last as long as McDavid, but incredible. Brett Hall, another Hall of Famer, one of my favorite shots in the game of all time. Have many of this card overprinted, but again, right, part of the dream team. Very cool right wing. Who else do we got here? Yoki Haru. Yeah, I don't know. I think he might be okay, but I know he's not that great. I got a couple of his rookie cards, and we'll see what happens with him. And then we got another Hall of Fame defenseman, Brian Leach. Amazing. He was incredible. This is the old stock. You don't see cards like this anymore. There's just too many silly stats and stuff. But I like Bowman for a little bit. But when I was young, you know, buying the cards that I did, like, you know, you didn't compare like that at the time. I thought that the design on it was just a little too plain for me, especially being a young kid, right? Like, you want the holograms and the foils and all that stuff. And when I grew up in the 80s, 90s, like, there's wasn't that stuff. But anyway, what a great pack. I am absolutely thrilled. I'm going to piece this together with another video. Maybe when you're watching this, I might just cut to another clip, but I'm going to put these away here and film again. Look at that, Nathan McKinnon, Wayne Gretzky. I mean, that is awesome. Again, $1.25 pack. Like, are you kidding me? Patrick Waugh. Right, you guys heard of him, Brett Hall. Oh, look at this hologram, right? Like this is, I gotta go back to Dollarama and maybe buy some more, and I haven't even opened up that many of these. And okay,